It's always good to keep an air compressor on hand for a couple of reasons. If you're winterizing it for the winter, or if you're out on the road and you need to, say you're going away for a day or two, and you need to get all the water out of the lines if it's going to be quite a bit below freezing. So we picked up one of these guys. This was, what, I think from Lowe's, maybe $100. We keep it in the truck. It also acts as a tire pump. But what we're going to do today is winterize the water system. So what we do is we've got an adapter here that instead of a hose that goes on to, I think that's going to be very universal for all trailers. That hooks there, and then the air hose here, it's going to clip right in and then hook into our air compressor. So that lets us blow air through the line, which obviously won't freeze where water will. So that's all we're doing. So we had the hose hooked up for water. Now all we're trying to do is just feed air through the line. So this is our water hookup there. So all we're doing is hooking this attachment. So that goes to the air line, so it'll blow air through the water line. That just goes in here so that we can hook up this air line. Just like that. So I'm going to be nice to our neighbors and put the compressor inside because it does get kind of loud. All we're going to do, this is going to push air through the sink, so I'm going to open up each of the valves separately. Get all the water out of the system and then put antifreeze in the P-traps. So that keeps that little bit of water left from freezing while she's in storage. So let's anger everybody. Oh, and I usually do about 40 or so, 45 PSI. So what'll happen is water will get replaced by air. So now you just hear air coming through the line. So now the water can't freeze and bust. Alright, I'll show you my little secret trick here. So when we ran the plumbing system, the hot and the cold, they're supposed to stay separate, obviously, or you'd have the two mixed. So I put in a valve here that this opens up. So here's where your air would come through. But normally that's closed off, so you can have hot and cold totally separate. You open that up, the air is now going through the hot line to get all that water out. All right, so we blew all the water out of these water lines, but there's still water in the P-trap. So what you need is something that will not freeze, like an antifreeze that's plumbing safe, RV plumbing safe. So we're gonna pour some down the drain here, so the water that's here and around gets pushed out into the sewer line, and then that won't freeze. I think it goes down to something like 20 below. Yep, so all we do is take a little bit, pour it into the sink, like this. I think it's about 2 cups. I don't know, I measured that, sort of. So now this is antifreeze and this won't explode. So you do the same for everything, your shower, your kitchen sink, our toilet also, because that has water in it.
Oh yeah, we should say that our toilet diverts. We have no holding tank on the front.
So the whole process took about 10 minutes start to finish, and now your trailer, well, at least the plumbing, is fully winterized.